What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So good to have you here. We got a lot to cover this week. We got Superman news, Ahsoka season 2 news, potential Black Panther recasting news, Passion of the Christ 2 update, World War Hulk news, and so much more. All that this week on the Zone News. Let's go. Okay, so as y'all know, we are almost ready, almost time for Superman. James Gunn's DCU Superman is coming out in July. The trailer dropped. It destroyed the internet, right? Everyone watched it. I've seen it like a trillion times. I can't wait for this film. I'm looking forward to it. And now we know when we will get our next sneak peek, next trailer, next footage for the film. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is coming from superherohype.com. It says new Superman preview and James Gunn's dog to be featured during 2025 Puppy Bowl. A new Superman sneak peek preview will be shown during the 2025 Puppy Bowl. The annual Puppy Bowl is returning for its 21st year on Sunday, February 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The event will be simulcast across Animal Planet, Discovery, TBS, True TV, Max, and Discovery Plus. Warner Brothers Discovery has announced that this year's Puppy Bowl will include a special sneak peek of Superman, which releases in July 2025. Superman writer and director James Gunn and his dog Uzu will deliver a special message during the game. Additionally, one dog who displays super abilities will be given a Crypto Super Play Award. Animal Planet's Puppy Bowl serves as an annual pop culture programming event that continues to expand and reach awareness and, of course, puppies every year. And U.S. networks, and Discovery Network's Howard Lee, win or lose, Puppy Bowl will have the cutest players in the game on Sunday, February 9th, and will inspire families across the country to adopt a new furry friend. And then the rest of the article goes on to talk about what we know about the movie up to this point. Now, obviously, I'm no insider, scoop person, not yet, anyways. But I will say this: we are in the year of Superman, and I like what James Gunn is doing, dropping little pieces here and there as we build up for hopefully is a fantastic movie in July, but probably is going to be the biggest movie of the summer. Um, with that being said, I hope they don't show any more footage. I'm thinking, not like I know James Gunn or heard anything, but I'm thinking this will be a pretty crypto centric footage, since it is the Puppy Bowl, and I'm okay with that because, like I said, that trailer, if you saw my reaction, is perfect for me. I don't need to see anything else from this film. Would I if they release it? Hell yeah, but I don't need to. Like that trailer was perfect. I'm ready. Bring on July. So I hope in this new footage that is like more crypto oriented, we get a little more idea who crypto is and what he brings to the film, and leave it at that. Maybe some more repeat footage from the first trailer, and that's it. I hope they don't really drop any more footage for me because I am sold. Let's go. But I do like the idea of having like a crypto centric uh, uh, footage to watch. That'll be fun. What do you all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, so Star Wars has had some misses here recently, right? The Acolyte definitely being one of them was straight garbage. Um, and there's been some other ones that have been garbage too. Some people might feel this way, but I am not one of them. I thought Ahsoka was good. Was it fantastic and amazing and all those things? No. Was it like Andor? Hell no. But Ahsoka was good to me. And one of the best parts of Ahsoka was Ray Stevenson's uh Balin Skull character. First of all, because Ray Stevenson was so great, and also the character was dope. And so it obviously, we lost Ray Stevenson, and it was really sad. And the last episode of Ahsoka was pretty much his swan song. But I was hoping, as sad as it was, that they would recast that character, because that character was so good, and I hated to see uh, a character be wasted due to the unfortunate loss of the actor who was playing it. And it looks like we are going to get that character in Ahsoka season 2. It looks like Balin Skull is being recasted, and I'm kind of excited about it. Let's take a look. Okay, this is coming again from superherohype.com. Ahsoka season 2 recast Ray Stevenson's Balin Skull with Rory McCann, also known as the Hound. But anyway, Scottish actor Rory McCann has joined the cast of Ahsoka season 2 as Balin Skull. The 55-year-old actor is most well known for playing Sandor the Hound on HBO series Game of Thrones. In the first season of Ahsoka, Balin Skull was played by Ray Stevenson, who passed away before Ahsoka's premiere. Ray Stevenson played the role of Balin Skull in 7 episodes of Ahsoka season 1. Stevenson died on May 21st, 2023, at the age of 58. Ahsoka debuted on Disney Plus on August 22nd, 2023. Now, according to Jeff Snyder, Rory McCann will portray the character in Ahsoka season 2. The Hollywood Reporter has corroborated the reports about McCann's casting. Ahsoka, of course, is a part of the ever expanding Star Wars franchise. It tells the story of Ahsoka Tano, the former Padawan, blah, 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 talking about the Ahsoka show. The first season of Ahsoka drew strong viewership numbers and mostly positive responses from critics. Lucasfilm disclosed in January 2024 that Ahsoka season 2 was in development. So, besides Game of Thrones, McCann also appeared in the book group Alexander and Jumanji: The Next Level. He was reportedly a friend of Stevenson in real life. Originally from Glasgow, Scotland, McCann initially became a painter and attended the Scottish School of Forestry near Inverness. He began his career as an actor in an uncredited role as Gordon in the 1999 drama movie Ratcatcher. And of course, McCann appeared in all seasons of Game of Thrones except season 5, and garnered widespread recognition because of his performance as the tortured warrior known as the Hound. So, as I mentioned, I'm excited that that character will continue to get that character, because it was dope. Now, of course, part of the dopeness was because it was Ray Stevenson and how he played it. But I like this casting. What's the brother's name? Um, Rory McCann. He's played, the sword wielding warrior in on a few occasions, actually. So, and of course, as the Hound, he was fantastic. I'm in. I dig it. I'm really excited that we get to keep the character, and I kind of like the fact that they were friends, right? So of course he's obviously, as an actor, going to take it seriously, but there's an extra level of importance because it's his buddy who had the role before him. I think that's pretty cool. So I like it. I like the news. I'm excited, and I'm excited about Ahsoka season 2. What do you all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Black Panther rumors. There has been quite a few here recently. Some rumors saying that they were recasting the role, and some other things. But one thing for sure, Black Panther 2, some was, I won't say divisive, but the idea of not recasting Chadwick Boseman was right, because a lot of people were like, "Yes, Chadwick was the shit. He killed it. It was amazing. He was awesome." But we want to continue to see Black Panther. We want to continue to see T'Challa, right? So don't let T'Challa die, because we want to continue to see him. So there were some people who felt like that way. Other people felt like, well, Chadwick was so good, no one can replace him. So let's just go ahead and kill off T'Challa and maybe bring out another version of the Black Panther. Well, of course, as you know, Marvel decided to do the latter and honor Chadwick Boseman by not recasting T'Challa, but instead having the character T'Challa die. However, I don't know. It looks like Marvel has some ideas about what to do next with the Black Panther. Let's take a look. Okay. All right. This is coming from superherohype.com. It says Black Panther rumor hints Marvel won't recast T'Challa, but his son. So Marvel Studios may be looking for a new actor to play T'Challa's son in future movies, according to a new rumor. T'Challa's son was introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the second Black Panther movie in 2022. Although Shuri, T'Challa's sister, inherited the mantle of Black Panther in the sequel after the introduction of T'Challa's son, many fans, myself included, believe that Marvel would likely pass on the title to him in the future. So Marvel rumored to make T'Challa's son the new Black Panther. So according to industry scooper My Time to Shine, hello, Marvel Studios is planning to bring the older version of T'Challa's son into future Black Panther and Avenger movies. However, there's no official confirmation regarding this rumor yet. My Time to Shine Hello made this claim in response to a previous rumor that stated that Marvel is planning to recast the role of T'Challa, originally played by the late Chadwick Boseman. The original rumor was shared by Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder in his latest newsletter. In his newsletter, Snyder stated that with the concept of multiverse now already introduced in the MCU, the studio might recast Boseman, he wrote. I heard that an actor was actually offered the role this past fall, a couple of months after Downey's big reveal at Comic Con, but they turned it down, not wanting to jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Boseman's gigantic shoes. He further stated that Ryan Coogler, who directed the first two Black Panther movies, will be an important part of the recasting procedure. However, My Time to Shine Hello has refuted some of Snyder's claims. According to My Time to Shine Hello, Marvel's looking to recast T'Challa's son so that he can become the new Black Panther. In 2022, Divine Love Kondu's son portrayed the role of T'Challa 2 or Toussaint in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Toussaint Saint, sorry. Marvel Studios decided to pass the mantle of Black Panther to Shuri in the second movie to avoid recasting Boseman, who passed away in August 2020. So like the article stated, once they didn't recast T'Challa and they introduced his son instead, I was like, oh, okay, they're probably going to pass the mantle on at some point down the line to the son, because obviously they can't do it immediately because, if you're following the timeline, if they were to do a Black Panther film, he would be too young. Of course, unless they brought, a T'Challa son from the future into this timeline, which they could do because of the multiverse. Either way, if they go the route of recasting T'Challa or the son, as long as we get Black Panther back, I'm good with it. I thought passing the mantle to Shuri made sense since they weren't recasting T'Challa, and Shuri temporarily picked up the mantle in the comic books of Black Panther. So all that made sense. But I personally was one of the ones who felt like they should keep T'Challa. So I'm actually good with them recasting him and maybe bringing him from another timeline into this timeline. But I would also be cool with them uh, passing the mantle to his son. Um, and of course, how they bring the son into the world would be interesting because obviously there would have to be some type of timeline, future, time travel type of scenario. But um, either way, I'm excited to get T'Challa back in some shape, size, or form. The character T'Challa. I'm interested to see what they do. Let me know your thoughts. So, one of the things that I feel like one of the biggest mishandled characters, and there's been many, but one of the biggest mishandled characters, in my opinion, in the MCU is the Hulk. I think Marvel has mishandled him, and I'm talking about from the beginning, even with Ang Lee's Hulk, all the way to how he was in She-Hulk and what they did with that debacle. Not saying that I don't like Mark Ruffalo, because I do. I think he has been great as Bruce Banner and great as the Hulk. But I just feel like Marvel has not highlighted the Hulk in a good way. Uh, I thought he was great in the Avengers, but I thought one of the lowest points of the um, Avengers Endgame was the Hulk. Like, everyone thought Endgame was just like this 10 out of 10 perfect film. And I'm one of the few people, not saying I didn't enjoy Endgame, I loved it. But one of the lowest points for me was how the Hulk was handled. And it looks like Marvel is, trying to bring us back the Hulk. Keep in mind, the last time we saw him was in She Hulk, and that was straight garbage. And not only was She Hulk garbage, but I mean, I didn't even like the way the Hulk was handled in that film. But either way, that was our last point seeing him. And it looks like uh, Marvel's trying to bring him back. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let's take a look. All right, so this is coming from Joe Blow .com. It says Hulk rumors, George Miller up for a World War Hulk, possibly Hulk versus Spider-Man and the Punisher. Let's talk about it. It says, what's going on with the Incredible Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Although his adversaries, Red Hulk and the Leader, as well as his ex girlfriend Betty Ross, are known to be in Captain America Brave New World, it doesn't seem that he's going to show up in the movie. And if he does, it's likely to just be a cameo. Last time we saw him, he was still in Smart Hulk mode, but also equipped with a Hulk inhibitor device that allowed him to turn back into his regular human form. He served as a mentor to his cousin Jennifer Walters on She Hulk, where he also introduced his son Scar, which, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Uh, we're likely to see him again in Avengers Doomsday coming May 1st, 2026, and Avengers Secret Wars coming May 7th, 2027. But now there are rumors that Marvel may also be developing a World War Hulk movie with George Miller in the running to direct it, and hoping to have Hulk face off with Spider Man and the Punisher in the fourth Spider Man film. So let's talk about the rumors. The World War Hulk rumor began with a Production Weekly listing that claims Marvel plans to get the film into production by the end of 2025. World of Real sources told them that these plans are not official yet, but Marvel is indeed hoping to put World War Hulk on the fast track. They wrote Mark Ruffalo is set to come back in the titular role, and his character will have a very busy year, as this coming February's Captain America Brave New World will set up World War Hulk for him, and a few months later, the Thunderbolts will be the connecting branch for the character's solo MCU movie. They added that Chris Hemsworth set up a meeting between his Furiosa director George Miller and Marvel head Kevin Feige, putting the Mad Max franchise creator, who was attached to make a Justice League movie about 15 years ago, in the running to direct either World War Hulk or Thor 5. Miller has previously said he is an MCU fan and watches all of the movies. The World War Hulk comic follows the tragic death of Hulk's wife. A more powerful Hulk then vows vengeance against the Illuminati and Earth's heroes and wreaks havoc against waves of Earth's mightiest defenders, taking out a slew of targets on his chaotic path. Insider Scoopers Jeff Snyder and John Roca discussed the World War Hulk George Miller rumor on their podcast, The Hot Mic. Along the way, Roca dropped a rumor of his own. From what I hear from a strong source in the business, the plan for the new Spider-Man movie was Spider-Man fighting the Hulk with the Punisher. So it was going to be a ground based, but he was going to fight the Hulk because Marvel wants to move away from the intelligent Hulk we saw in the Avengers movies and make him much more of the brutish Hulk, the violent Hulk, the rage Hulk. That seems to be the approach they want to go in. Roca doesn't know if Spider-Man 4 has changed, but that was apparently the plan for it at some point. And then it goes on to talk about Spider-Man 4 and the Punisher and so on and so forth. Okay, so listen, I want to be excited about this. Why? Well, first off, George Miller. I am a huge fan of George Miller. I'm a huge fan of Mad Max uh, and all that he's done. So I am a huge fan of George Miller. And also, I am a huge fan of World War Hulk. That comic book series is fantastic. I have the World War Hulk poster hanging up against my wall as we speak. I am a huge fan. However, why am I not excited about this? Well, here's why. Because they've already screwed up the World War Hulk timeline story in Marvel. So, what type of World War Hulk story would we get? George Miller is dope, and maybe they will come up with something great, but it can't be. It won't be the World War Hulk storyline that I know, that you know as a comic book fan, because they killed that with, well, it started with Thor Ragnarok. So, not to spoil, maybe a little bit. So, if you're not familiar with the World War Hulk storyline, it starts with Planet Hulk, right? And uh, Illuminati ships off the Hulk, and the Hulk's plane explodes. His wife dies. He's in Sakaar, and he absorbs all the energy. This energy from Sakaar, he gets stronger. He's bigger. He's badder, and he goes back to Earth to get his revenge for what Illuminati did to him, or he blames the Illuminati for what happened to him. So I'm summarizing the story as a whole lot more than that, but that's essentially it. Feel free to come at me in the comment section if I missed anything. But the point is, they took the World War Hulk, the Planet Hulk story, and gave it to Thor and Thor Ragnarok, and I hated it. Like everyone thought Thor Ragnarok was groundbreaking, was this fantastic film, and I left the theater mad. It took a while for me to appreciate Thor Ragnarok because of what I knew about Planet Hulk, right? After I got rid of after I got over the whole Planet Hulk aspect, I was like, okay, I see why people like this film. And also, I thought what they did with Thor, I knew it was going to lead to Love and Thunder. I knew they were going to take it too far, and they did. And I'm hoping in Thor 5 they changed that. But either way, Thor Ragnarok was good. I just had to get over the whole Planet Hulk aspect. But they literally took Planet Hulk, gave it to Thor, and made a comedy of it. And now you want to bring us World War Hulk. And I'm like, how? And then on top of that, She Hulk, you introduce Hulk's son at a random barbecue. Like, oh, hey, by the way, this is my son. Like, come on. So I'm not excited about this news, and I want to be because it's George Miller, but I can't be because of what the MCU has done with the Hulk up to this point. I feel like they would essentially have to make up a whole new World War Hulk story, and I don't know if it'll be as good. And then the Illuminati, right? They introduced this to Illuminati in Doctor Strange uh, uh, 3, excuse me, 2, but then they killed them all off. So I mean, and I know it's timelines, multiverse, so there could be other Illuminatis and all that stuff. I get it. I just feel like um, Marvel messed up World War Hulk, and I don't know if they could put it all back together like Humpty Dumpty. Maybe, who knows? I do like the idea of Spider-Man and Punisher teaming up to fight the Hulk. That is not out of the realms of comic book accuracy, and I think it would be fun. I was hoping to see more of a grounded neighborhood Spider-Man for Spider-Man 4. Maybe that still will happen. But I like the idea for sure, especially if that's like setting up a really good Hulk film. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I love the idea of George Miller directing a World War Hulk movie, but will it be a World War Hulk movie? Because they've already messed that up, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, so probably one of the biggest, most controversial films uh, was the Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ. Like that thing was huge for Good reasons and bad reasons, whether you liked it or you didn't like it. It was a big, big film. I want to say it made like some $600 million worldwide or something like that. I actually enjoyed the film a lot. I really, really, really like that movie. For multiple reasons, we'll get into it. But apparently, uh, Mel Gibson, the director and writer of The Passion of Christ, um, has an update on
So
the
this
sequel.
is coming
Let's take a
from
look.
comingsoon.net. It
Says The Passion of the Christ 2 filming update given by Mel Gibson. Uh, Oscar winner Oscar winner Mel Gibson has shared a brand new Passion of the Christ filming update regarding the current status of the long in development sequel to 2004's biblical drama starring Jim Caviezel. Sorry if I messed your name up, brother. This comes after over 4 months since Gibson was spotted in Malta, where he was reportedly part of a 11-member production team scouting the country for potential locations that will be used for the sequel. What is Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ filming update? So, during a recent appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, Gibson confirmed that they are currently targeting a 2026 production start date for the Passion of the Christ sequel, which will officially be titled Resurrection of the Christ. The project has been in pre production since 2016. I'm hoping next year sometime. There's a lot required because it's an acid trip, he said. My brother and I and Randall are all sort of congregated on this. So there's some good heads put together, but there's some crazy stuff. Word. And I think in order to really tell the story properly, you have to really start with the fall of the angels, which means you're in another place, you're in another realm, you need to go to hell. The sequel will once again be directed by Gibson, with Jim Caviezel reprising his role as Jesus, whose miraculous resurrection will be the center of the next installment. The Oscar winning director previously teased that he has co written two different scripts for the project, with the first one described as an acid trip that will take audience to other realms. At the moment, it currently has no official release date or distributor. The Passion of the Christ depicted the final days of Jesus Christ's life and his crucifixion. It also starred a bunch of people. But despite receiving mixed reviews, the film was still a commercial success. It earned a worldwide gross of 612 million dollars against a reported budget of 30 million dollars. Listen, feel how you want to feel about the movie, but a movie made for 30 million makes 612 million. That's a hit, right? I mean, it was huge. It was a big movie. And it was a big deal when it came out. Now, the thing about tackling a biblical story is there's all different types of things against it, right? You're going to have, is it biblically accurate, right? You're going to have, is it historically accurate? And then you have, those who believe in God, those who don't, those who think you shouldn't, do stories from the Bible, those who could care less. There's all types of stuff involved that you're up against when filming a biblical story. But Mel Gibson dove headfirst into this. And like I said, I love The Passion of Christ very much. Do I have some issues with it? Sure. But I thought it was very well made. It was a good movie, in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to this sequel. And here's why. If you're a Bible scholar, if you believe in God or not, um, if you know the story about the resurrection of Christ, if Mel Gibson does anything close to what the Bible depicts as what occurred when Jesus died, that's going to be crazy to see on screen, because the crucifixion of Christ was crazy to see on screen. Like, there have been other films that showed the crucifixion of Jesus, but not like the Passion. The Passion was different. And did Mel Gibson take some liberties with what the Bible describes happened? Sure, but at the end of the day, it's Hollywood and it's a movie. But the whole acid trip piece, the fact that he said that lets me know that they plan on leaning into what occurred in regards to what the Bible says happened and Jesus going to hell and all of those things. And I mean, he literally said it. We have to go to hell. So if that's their plan and they plan on putting on that on screen, I'm all for it because I am a Christian, and I know what the Bible says about what happened, and if they do anything close, that's going to be crazy to see on screen. So I'm looking forward to it. Um, Let me know what you all think in the comments. Okay, one of my favorite shows, if you follow this channel, you know, is Reacher. I am a huge fan of Reacher, and I cannot wait for Reacher season 3. They dropped the teaser a couple weeks ago, and a couple of days ago, we got an actual official trailer. But I was so busy with work that I didn't get the opportunity to react to it. So I'm a little behind a couple of days, but it's cool. But let's go ahead and react to this trailer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Boom.
I've never been so jealous of a fork in my life.
Oh. Oh.
You have any thoughts on dessert?
Mr. Reacher, we're looking into the owner of a rug import business called Bazaar Bazaar.
Let me guess. DEA thinks he's in business with bad people.
You know him?
I thought I killed him years ago.
What did he do to you?
He didn't do anything to me.
Maybe we can help each other out. I have a plan.
Yo.
Undercover informant. Mr. Reacher, the record is impressive. Bench press proves nothing. Elbow on the pad. Reeker and I fought. Sorry, hand slipped. Welcome to the team, Reacher. I'm in.
Let's go.
Tonight's your chance to prove you've earned your keep, Reacher. Exactly how much danger is this job putting me in?
Gotta get out of there.
How much time do I have?
I don't know. Who are you up against, Reacher?
Yeah.
Long story.
How often do you do this?
Every so often.
I figured out why you do what you do. Because you hate the big, the powerful, who think they can get away with things. So you make sure they don't.
You just figured that out?
Oh, man. Oh!
Son of a...
Yeah. Yep. Sold. I mean, I was sold anyways. But yeah. I like that Reacher is kind of back to just being mainly him, even though season 2 was cool and he had the whole crew with him. I like that it's back to being just mainly him. But yeah, I am all in. Yeah, that's it's oh, one other thing. It's really cool to see or weird to see someone bigger than Reacher. I mean, that dude is huge, and Reacher is already big. Alan Richardson freaking kills it as this character, but to see someone twice his size, that's out of control. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor. If you like the content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And hit that little alarm button as well so you can get alerted whenever I post new content. And also, do me a favor, share with other people who you think would like this content as well. We have a big goal of 1,000 subscribers we're trying to get to, and we need your help. Appreciate it. Till the next one. Peace.